Hello. So today I'm going to talk about menopause and sexual health. So during menopause, one of the things that I hear the most commonly from women is that there is a lack of desire or lack of libido. They also don't feel the same way towards their partners, and becoming intimate with partners can be difficult. And this is quite a common problem. And again, we refer back to the hormones, to the changes that are happening within our body, and the lack of estrogen. Predominantly the lack of estrogen. So when we look at and think about our vagina and vulva, we really need to remember that the thing that is keeping the hormone that is keeping everything plump and wonderful with our genitalia is estrogen. Okay, so estrogen helps to keep everything lovely and plump and succulent, it all feels great and is good. As the lack of estrogen, as we reduce the amount of estrogen we have in our body, this has an impact on what's happening to our vagina, what's happening to the skin, because the skin starts to become thin. Just like the skin on our face starts to, and on our body starts to change, so does the skin in and around our genitalia. And this can lead to tearing, it can lead to the skin splitting, and that in turn can lead to really painful experiences of sexual intercourse, and also actually even thinning around the anus as well. So you can actually get fissures and tears there. So it all sounds desperately uncomfortable, and it is. And if we combine what is happening physically as well with what's kind of happening emotionally to us. So if you're struggling with night sweats, if you've got anxiety, if you've got low mood, all of those things, and a disturbed night's sleep, all of those things are going to lead into that feeling that you really don't want to be touched, you really don't want to become intimate with your partner, and so this is kind of like a vicious cycle that we're in, and it becomes really difficult. Well, what can we do about it? The most important thing to remember is there is help. The first thing to do, if possible, is to talk to your partner about it. This is really crucial in helping to build a strong and ongoing loving relationship. They need to understand how you're feeling and what's happening. And we do have a podcast. We have a couple of podcasts that you can refer back to. One with the Spiced Pear, and the other one with the Pleasure Possibility. Both in which we talk about intimacy and relationships, and really good strategies that can be used in order to help and support us in this time. The other thing that you can do is actually go and reach out to a menopause consultant, expert, medical practitioner, who will be able to perhaps talk to you about localized estrogen. And localized estrogen comes in various forms, a much, much lower dose than the estrogen in patches and things that you would have as kind of considered normal HRT. And you can actually have those even whilst you are on HRT if you're taking it, or if you're not, it doesn't matter. This localized estrogen can actually be a complete game changer. It can help to plumpen up those thinning that thinning skin, and really help to relieve that itching or drying, and the tears as well. So it's definitely something worth considering and speaking to your medical practitioner about. Really hope that's been helpful, but please don't ever suffer in silence.